So last December, I brought the Kraber out to an event called the Collapse 4, held at OXCC Paintball. This was my first time at this field, and I found myself in this boatyard.
There's one in the Chinook!
At the start of the game, this player in the Chinook had held back a lot of our team.
I think he's still there.
We needed to do something to get him out of there. With my Kraber, there was no way I was going to be taking the Chinook. Though, with none of my teammates pushing in to take out that player, I took out my pistol and tried to see what we could do.
Are they in the Chinook?
They're in it. They can't shoot you from that side.
I was able to make it to the Chinook just fine, but as I entered the door, someone had managed to hit the edge of one of my pouches, and it was time for a long walk back to respawn. It sucks that I have to make the walk back, but someone had to go for the player in the Chinook.
Okay.
After respawning, I made my way back to the front line. Coming back into the fight, I found a great place to hide with a really clear shot at an enemy player. It was time to put the Kraber to use. This ended up being my first kill of the day with the Kraber.
Oh, that was a hit. Let's go.
With the clearest line of sight target being taken out, it was time to move up into this brush. Now, with the size of the Kraber, it's important that I don't move all the way up. It'll easily show my position, so I want to sit back in this brush a little bit and try and find some good shots. For example, a clear shot on that enemy player who made the mistake of standing exactly where his teammate was. You may have noticed that there is no magazine in the Kraber. I was having issues with the magazines feeding properly, so I've had to load shots one by one.
Guys, we need fire on this Chinook!
As I'm communicating to my team, here's a perfect example of why you should sit back and cover. Had I been sitting further forward, that could have been a long walk back to spawn.
Oh, I'm not worried about you.
After a while, Red had cleared out the area in front of us, and it was finally time to move from this position.
Someone take the barrels ahead of me!
With my team moving up, I started banking my way through the brush myself. In paintball, gun hits count, and the Kraber basically doubles the target size for enemy players, so I need to make sure that I am clear before moving. After a quick scan looking for enemy players, it was time to go ahead and move up. Let me tell you, this is one heck of a gun to have to run with. Seeing how much room was clear in front of us, I used this chance to get to the front of the fight.
Hey, where are they at?
In that building.
The first thing I wanted to do is see where enemy players were known to be, so that way I can avoid getting hit from those directions. There seemed to be enemy players in the building to the right, but they were too far to make clear shots on us.
Is no one gonna move up on this?
Yeah.
Are they up top or?
No, I think he's out.
Yeah, we got movement on the left. Hey, swap with me so I can hit shots down here. I see him coming up the trail.
Watching over the road may have been my best decision of the day, as I didn't know it yet, but I was about to make my furthest shot ever with the Kraber. Sadly, no sport is without its cheaters, and this guy decided to stay in.
I saw that break! Get out!
Rewatching this clip, I got curious and pulled up Google Maps, and it looks like the shot was around 100 feet. Meanwhile, you only have to move the mouse a little bit to like this video.
So what exactly is that modeled after?
The Kraber from Apex Legends.
That's fire, dude.
Ooh, I just moved just in time. All right.
Loading these shots one by one absolutely sucks, but this thing is still so much fun to use. After a while, I noticed some enemy players coming through the boatyard to my left. I decided to move that direction in hopes of delaying the enemy team at least until more of my teammates could arrive to help. There was one enemy at the end of this boat in front of me, and I needed to wait for my chance to get a good shot. And just like in the game, I absolutely whiffed it, and it was time to get out of there before I got torched. I decided to go back to my previous position as it's out of range for a lot of the players in the boatyard, and it gives me a good look down the road. I noticed a group of players were coming up through the woods on the right side of this road. I hoped my shots were going far enough and that they could go through this brush. It seemed like it just wasn't making it. My shots may not have been making it down there, but here's another reason I love using the Kraber.
This guy's got a Barrett. Yo! Damn! What is that?
This is the Kraber from Apex Legends.
Sick.
Built on a First Strike Scout.
While the Kraber is really enjoyable to use in general, it's also just so fun watching people's reaction to me carrying this huge gun around the field. Seeing my builds bring this much joy to others always inspires me to do even more projects. Focusing back on the fight, they have dug deep into the boatyard, so I'm going to try and take some shots and get some players out of there before we're overrun.
Another one in the boatyard!
Sadly, through the trees and all this brush, it's hard to tell if I'm able to hit anyone or how close I'm coming to hitting them. In situations like this, I'm just hoping to pin enemy players down long enough for my team to push up. As the other team is pushing up, they manage to bounce one off of our bunker and take out the player next to me.
I bounced off the... That just bounced off the barrel and domed me! Get the out of here! Alright, I'm gonna get the moon.
As my teammate walks off, it seems like the other team's getting tired of me as they start surrounding me on all sides.
Oh, okay.
I do what I can with the Kraber to hold them off, but at this point, I'm exhausted, this gun's huge, and I'm only one person.
Hit! Good shot!
As I'm coming back from respawn, I see 3 players at the end of this trail and realize they are not my teammates.
I'm in danger!
If you're blue, I'm out.
I went ahead and decided you gotta know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and I'm not getting torched right now. At least this walk back to spawn is shorter. In the meantime, my teammates were able to push these guys back from our spawn and get us back into the main fight. You can tell that at this point in the day, I was exhausted and just trying to do whatever with the Kraber, didn't really care. But I got one magazine to work, so I was having a blast. You can see my exhaustion with this player shooting ropes of paint at me and me just slowly peeking out to take one shot. Probably a surprise to both of us, but that shot actually hit and that player was out. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that I'm the first person to hit a quick scope with a Kraber in real life.
I just had a snapshot on somebody with this.
As it reached the end of the day and I was extremely exhausted, I decided to just join some of my teammates to complete some easy objectives.
Oh, the Kraber can't get in it? Damn it.
Pretty good at photos, so. You're right in the middle. There you go.
For this objective, all we needed to do was take a photo in front of the flag, but with the right teammates, any small thing is still fun.
Anyone else smiling under their mask like an idiot?
At the end of the day, I go to the paintball field to have fun, so as long as I'm spending it with my friends doing dumb stuff, it's a good day at the field for me. Alrighty guys, that's gonna about do it for this video, but on the other hand, if you do want to see more projects like this, like and subscribe. But if you want to see me actually using the projects, please let me know down in the comments. It takes a while to edit this. I don't know how much you guys care to actually watch me use the Kraber or see it from my point of view. But if you do, I will bring this to more games and I will record more, and you guys can get to see what it's like to use these video game guns in real life. So please let me know down in the comments if that's something you want to see more of and if you guys like this video. There's some big projects in the works for this year, crazy stuff happening. This year's going better than I expected it to so far, and hopefully it keeps going on that track. Thank you guys so much for your support, and if you want to support me even more, I do have a Patreon that even the smallest amount helps, though that way I can build crazier projects. We can take this channel further and see where this path goes to. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and big stuff coming.